Hi Aries, I am here to do a general reading for you. So please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, okay? Since this is a general reading. And I would also like to say thank you very much for all of your likes, subscribes, comments. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay. Let's see what we get. Beautiful. You have the horse spirit. Freedom is yours. It's a wonderful card. And if this doesn't resonate with you, you might check your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Okay. Let's get a prism oracle. Oh, you have happiness. Look at that smile. Love that. Okay. Now let's get a wisdom of the oracle for you. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Between worlds. Okay. Now the horse spirit, freedom is yours, is exactly what it says. Freedom is yours, which is, to me, beautiful. But we need to look up the happiness card. Since this is a new deck, I'm not familiar with all the meanings yet. Happiness is one of the most beautiful feelings, as if the world is shimmering around you. But we seldom acknowledge when we're feeling good, and instead focus on when we're feeling bad. So take this time to cherish your happiness, really experience it, and feel its warmth. Well, that's beautiful. And I think these two go wonderfully together. Between worlds, okay? That's kind of like, don't be in the past, don't be in the future. Be here in this moment. And with these two cards, that should not be too challenging to do, because those are beautiful. Okay. Now let's take some cards and then we'll clarify them. Okay. And see what we come up with. All right. Okay. Your first card, is an argument of some sort. Okay. Now we are going to clarify all of the cards. Good, challenging, indifferent. And I would really appreciate it if you would let me know if you like it done this way. I try different ways of doing it to see, what works best. And your input would be tremendously helpful. Well, my goodness. Whoa. Okay. You have three that want to come out for this one. Okay. Let's get the next row. Beautiful. Even more beautiful, this is not a word, but beautiful list. And this is your center card. So, that can radiate out. And I'm sure it does. that would explain definitely the horse spirit and the happiness. And that's a beautiful card. Okay, one more row. The Emperor. Okay, when we get all these out, we'll talk about them and then we will clarify them, okay? The Nine of Cups. And I certainly hope you can see those. I think you can. And the Seven of Cups, choices. Okay, so we're going to talk about this and then we'll take clarifying cards. And it would be really, really nice, like I said, if you would leave comments and let me know how you like this type of reading, okay? Let me get one more. Okay. All right. Dropping the burdens. Beautiful. All right. What we have here, of course, freedom is yours. Beautiful. And your overall energy is one of you dropping the burdens, which is beautiful. Happiness. Another wonderful card. And here it's saying, don't be in the past, don't be in the future. You know, be in between those worlds, okay? Which is like being in the here and now. Here, there's an argument. And it looks like this argument created an ending. Okay, and this could potentially be an ending that has hurt with it. These swords are fears, anxieties, stresses, something that causes you pain, okay? However, you are dropping these burdens, which goes right along with your overall energy. The clouds are lifting, the sun is coming up, and you are going to get up and go towards your happiness, okay? So it can have hurt associated with it, you know, which is a challenge. But you're going to get up and go for your happiness. And I'd say that's not a coincidence. I really don't go in for coincidences. Maybe synchronicities, yes. Maybe that's why it comes out, or is coming out right underneath a happiness card. Here, it says you're walking away. You can do no more. You're walking away, which would be this, right? So it looks like these definitely are together. Here you have decisions you need to make. A decision, okay? And here is balance or lack thereof. And what this kind of says to me is there was an argument. This is typically like the recent past. Caused an ending, and it was kind of hurtful. Walking away, you made that choice. You went inside and used your intuition. Reason being, you wanted balance in your life. Okay? And here, you're present. There's an unconditional love, which is beautiful, that you have with another. And you have the sun as your center card. You cannot get better than the sun. It's absolutely beautiful. And it tends to radiate out, or can, to the rest of the reading, okay? And you have the Ten of Pentacles. And this is saying that you want to share everything that you have with everybody you love. It is a card of prosperity, okay? In your future, you have the Emperor, which is a very strong card. And this is one where he builds solid foundations from which his success will grow. All right? And he's also ready in a minute's notice. He's got his cloak on, looking all kinds of relaxed. But if you notice, he's got his armor on underneath it. So while he appears to be relaxed, he is ready. And here you're very happy and content with your life. And here, the last card you have is saying you need to make choices. Make informed decisions. Okay? You have lots of choices, and don't just pick the pretty shiny thing. Go in and research them and pick the choice or choices that really are right for you. Okay? Now here's where we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to go in and clarify each one of the cards, except for this group. We're going to make that one card to clarify them. Okay. And I am going to use one deck for each row. All right. That way it's a little more balanced, because, you know, whatever's used up here, you can't use down here. So I'm going to use a deck for each row. That way, if something should come out that can't come out, it will be able to come out. Hope that made sense. Okay. So, we're going to start with your Five of Swords. Okay. Jumped right out. Okay. Your Five of Swords here. Is clarified by the Two of Wands. And the King of Wands. Oh, and looky here. Also by the same card. So what I believe that is saying is you've had an argument. And it could potentially be with somebody that you care about. All right? And you have the King of Wands, who is very ambitious, enthusiastic, very determined, also very charismatic and social. And then you have this again. Okay, so these two are sandwiched by the argument. So what that is making me feel is that this argument could very well have had to do with this. These two cards, an unconditional love and something with this unconditional love that had to do with somebody or something that's charismatic, determined, ambitious. So it could be, you know, you or your person or somebody you know, and maybe one of you wasn't overly fond of what was going on. Okay? And, whoa, we had one that flew. The first card is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is all about the truth, right? So, this ending is probably because you felt like you weren't getting the truth. And for the Queen of Wands, that is what she is interested in, 110%. She wants the truth. She'll bypass all the niceties, everything, to get the truth. And here you have a card of planting seeds in order to bring something into fruition that you want. Okay. Let's do one more. Okay. What this looks like to me is you're having this ending because of this. and you didn't feel like you were getting the truth. So you're going in, making changes. You're starting something new, something fresh, something where you're planting the seeds, and you're going to take care of this, and you are going to watch it grow. You are in control of this, okay? And here is a learning energy where you're repeating something until you get it the way you want it. So that might very well say that you are determined, especially after this, you're determined, okay? You're going to learn it, and you're going to learn it well. Okay, now we're going to take one group of cards for these three, which is, you've done all you can do no more, you're walking away. You have, or had, a decision to make, and you did. And it was based on balance. You didn't feel like there was enough balance, most likely. So this whole thing here fits in quite well together. Okay. First card, dropping the burdens. And that's your overall energy. Beautiful. You have the star. Okay. So this is saying, by dropping these burdens, or by dropping the burdens, by leaving where you can do no more, you are creating this beautiful star energy where it's telling you, take inspired action. It's a powerful time. But be your authentic self, okay? That's an important thing to do. And if you do that, you'll share in the universe's gifts and blessings. Okay? And here, the way I see this is that you're looking in these 3 cups. You know, this is a pretty active time here. Lots going on. And the way I see this is you're looking at this thinking, okay, did I do the right thing? And not looking at the cup from the universe. Okay? But according to these cards, I would have to say, yes, you did the right thing. Plus, these energies here are lovely. Freedom is yours. Look at this. Yeah, it is. Happiness is yours. And be in the here and now. Okay? So quickly covering this again, there was an argument. And it looks like between you and somebody that you highly value. And here's a very charismatic social energy that's very determined. And these two are sandwiched between the argument. So I would say this is the argument. Something about this, okay? And here, you've had enough. That's it. I'm done. You want the truth. You don't feel like you're getting the truth. So you're letting it go so you can start something new. And you plan on building it to the point it is quite successful. And you are willing to learn how to do this. Even if you have to repeat and repeat and repeat. Here, you are walking away because you can't do any more. You know it's done. You had decisions to make, so you used your intuition, and you made them. You wanted balance, and this was not providing that. So you're dropping the burdens, which is giving you the star energy, which is beautiful. They say also that this is a good omen. Okay? And here, I think this is probably saying that you're looking back on this, just concerned, did I do the right thing? You know, we oftentimes do that. Sometimes we're hasty in making decisions. Sometimes we're too slow in making decisions. Just we as, people. Sometimes we're just right. But regardless of that, this is a very active and life-altering time here. So it looks like you might be thinking, well, did I do what I should have done? Okay. All right. Now let's go on to the next, which is your current situation. And if you notice here, you have the same card that you have here, right? And remember, throughout this, you have the sun energy as your center card. So that influences everything. So it could soften everything. It could make everything a little less severe. It could brighten everything. I mean, this is the very best energy there is. You can't get any better. And that's absolutely beautiful to have for your very center card. Okay, now we're going to use a different deck. Okay. I'm working on getting some smaller decks. I've got one. It's a little bitty thing. I had no idea it was this tiny. It's a tiny, tiny deck. But I am ordering one that's around this size, maybe a little smaller. So it makes taking clarifications a little easier. Okay? Just a FYI. Okay, so let's take a card for the Two of Cups. Oh me, oh my. This is the Eight of Swords. And this is where you're feeling kind of cornered. And this is your present. Okay? And since this card was here, it might be that those are remnants from whatever happened previously. I mean, this could, be very, very recent. And you're still feeling the leftover emotions from it. These are emotions. Okay, and they are emotions where you're feeling cornered. Whoa. We cannot take 20 cards. Okay. But this is beautiful. You have the Queen of Cups. This is an energy of the mother archetype where what she does out of love. And why? Because that's who she is. She is love. Okay? And she's extremely trustworthy. And here, you have the, interesting, you have the very same energy here that you have right here. So, in a way, it makes me think that the saga continues, okay? Because this was right here, the very first part of this. This, the very end of it. So they could be that here's the recent past, and it's kind of continuing, all right? Only it is a little different. Here you have this unconditional love relationship where you're feeling a little cornered. Something's not quite smoothed out yet. Not like the horse spirit yet or the happiness spirit yet. However, now you have the mother archetype, the Queen of Cups, which is much softer, much more caring. It's a beautiful energy. Okay? Looks like there might still be a little bit of doubt. Okay? But it looks like things are improving. Okay, now let's get some cards for the Sun. But now that's a card where we don't need any cards. Because you cannot get better. But we'll do it. Beautiful. Here it is saying you are feeling very content and happy with your abundance. And when you have the Sun card, that's part of it. You are very happy and content with your abundance. Okay, another card, which is the very same card as this card, so it's going right back up here. This is saying you're walking away, or actually you did walk away from a place where you could do no more to go to a better place. But I think the meaning here is different than this meaning. This meaning is when you're in the middle of this, you know, in the throes of it. You're like, I'm done, I'm leaving, it's finished. And here it's saying, I walked away, things are getting better. You know, now I do feel a little better. I feel content with my abundance. I am feeling the happiness come in. But there's that little remnant there. Or that's what you're thinking about. You know, I walked away to make this better. And it is. Beautiful. This is a card of nostalgia, where you think back on these wonderful times from childhood, youth, even a few years ago, and they make you smile. It makes you feel warm and content and happy. But I also believe, according to, you know, the traditional decks, where they have the child giving the other child a cup with a flower in it, to me that shows compassion, love, you know, a lot of care, okay? So it looks like whatever's going on up here is softening and you're adjusting, okay? Because here you have compassion, love, care, some nostalgia, of course, you know, thinking back and thinking of the good times too. And it's just saying, well, I walked away because I could do no more. So it's just bringing that up again to say, this is, you know, what happened. Here, you're happy with your abundance. And here you have the sun. So, looking at this and going by this, it looks like what happened here was probably the best decision you could make. Because I don't think the sun would have come out otherwise. Okay, now on to the Ten of Pentacles, which is one of the best cards in the deck. And that's another way of saying that whatever you did up here was probably for the best. I would have to say you have quite a few cards that are saying, even though this was a challenge, it was for the best. Even your overall energy is one of dropping the burdens. And this looks like it was very burdensome, right? And you have freedom is yours now. Happiness is yours. Be here now. Okay, and here, this card is the same as this card. But I do think they might have very similar meanings. Here, remember, you're letting go, creating an end, because you weren't getting the truth. So you decide you're going to start something new. You're going to plant a seed and create something new that you want. And you're going to learn how to do it. Here, I think this is kind of a continuation of that. You are learning how to do it. And you're learning how quite well. Because the card here is Ten of Pentacles. Like I said, it's one of the best cards in the deck. Okay? So, I think your learning is quite successful. The Knight of Wands. Okay, this is an energy of you being very enthusiastic, ambitious, driven towards this goal that you have. And it's a fast-moving energy, okay? So you're learning here, and maybe this is where you're finishing learning from up here, okay? Because you have the Ten of Pentacles here, and here you are going towards that goal. You are very passionate about reaching that goal. Which creates transformation. Okay, so it looks like here's all this upheaval. Here is where it's starting to kind of come together and mellow out. And you're starting to come to an understanding about the different aspects. Because here, same as here. Here is the same as here. And here is the same as here. So I think it's giving you a card, you know, for me, from areas up here in each one of these, letting you know, okay, this is due to this. This is due to this. This is due to this. But it is smoothing out. It's starting to come together. And by the time you get over here, you are definitely where you need to be to begin this transition. Okay? So you're starting to go through your transformation. Okay, now let's get some cards from the bottom of the spread here, and let's hope you can see them. Okay. And these are these teeny tiny cards. I'm just hoping I can read them. I'm waiting for my new glasses to come in so I can see. So we'll see. Let's hope. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I think they're wonderful. I love them. They're adorable. I love miniature things. Okay. So let's take a card. Put this up here. For the Emperor. Okay, and remember the Emperor is setting solid foundations from which your success will grow. Okay? And just to let you know, this is this little bitty deck's debut. And we have two cards that wanted to jump out. Ace of Cups. Beautiful. This is saying, yeah, okay, you are transforming from this energy into this new energy. Problem, working towards a solution. Solution, right? New beginning. One that's filled with happiness, joy, and love. And looky here. I gotta read that. The Eight of Wands. So this is saying it's very fast, positive moving energy, and a lot of it. So your Emperor is a very powerful, strong energy. Okay? And he set solid foundations. And so you're having a new beginning, and one that is coming in quickly and bringing a lot of positive energy in with it. And guess what? You have the Emperor again. So this is the universe's way of saying, I meant what I said. You have it twice. Very same card, very same spot. Yeah, so it's the like I said, the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. This is an important aspect of this reading. Okay? And you have the Ace of Wands. Absolutely beautiful clarifications for this card. The Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning, one where you're enthusiastic, ambitious, and it says follow your passion. Okay? So now let's get a few of these teeny tiny cards, which I actually really do like. It makes it easier to see, you know, the clarifications than with these great big cards. You can see these clarifications, but, you know, it's kind of hard to see the cards underneath. Okay, so now we're going to clarify the Nine of Cups which is where you are very happy and satisfied with your life. Okay, come on, little cards. Literally little cards. You have the King of Swords. Okay. The King of Swords bases all his decisions on what he knows to be truth. And he rules from a place of authority. But the part that I'm seeing here is you want the truth. Everything to be based on the truth. Remember, straight up, this column is where you have the Queen of Swords. So that adds even a little bit more power to this reading. Swords, or the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords, both. The truth is extremely important, and that is what you want. Matter of fact, because you felt like you weren't getting the truth, you were willing to totally change. Okay, let's get another card. Well, this one wanted to flip out right here, whatever it is. Let's see what it is. This is the King of Pentacles. Beautiful. The King of Pentacles is, for one, a very caring person, which I think is huge. I mean, they truly care. But also, this is the king who is known as the ultimate business owner. He is the one that has the Midas touch. So, you have the Midas touch with you now. And it kind of interesting to note, 2 of the cards so far are kings that are clarifying your happiness. Okay, let us take one more card to clarify your 9 of Cups. You have the Star, which is an absolutely beautiful energy. And you also have it up here. After you've made a decision to close out of this cycle, you have the Star. You know, at the beginning of you making the changes, you have it again. So that's the universe's way of saying, I meant what I said. Okay? So your clarifications for the center card are just awesome. All right. Now, let's get a clarification for your very last card. You have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, let me scoot this over a little bit. You have the 8 of Pentacles, which you have, where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Right here. You have the 8 of Pentacles right here. And I thought you had it somewhere else. Maybe not. Okay. You have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is saying, you know, here you are with this new beginning, right? And you're going through and practicing until you create what you think is the very best that you can deliver. Okay? And that is clarifying your choices. So, you know, that could be seen as you going in and spending a lot of time and effort studying, practicing, researching to find the best choices for you. Matter of fact, I think that probably is what that's saying. you have the devil. And what I think this is saying here, I'm going to sit over here so we can see this card. What I think this is saying is you have all these choices, right? And remember I said you need to go in and research them and make for sure you pick the choices or choice that's best for you. Don't just pick the pretty shiny thing. And here you have a card that is just like this card where you're going in and repeating something. And I think in this case it's talking about researching all your choices. And what I think this devil card is saying is do not pick. Make for sure that you don't just pick the pretty shiny thing, that you pick the choices that are best for you. Because if you just pick a pretty shiny thing without doing your research, you are most likely going to end up with something that will be detrimental to you, okay? So, do your due diligence. Make for sure you check these out and check them out well. Okay, almost done. This is quite the reading, isn't it? There's cards everywhere. But if you do like this kind of reading, it's an extremely thorough reading. If you do like it, please let me know, okay? Because it does go into a lot of detail. Ah, and your very last card here is the Two of Cups, which is just beautiful. Okay? This is unconditional love between two people. And what do we have here? The Two of Cups. Again, the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. Okay? So, maybe these decisions that you're making have to do with this up here. Or maybe it is saying that you went through all of this, all these changes, challenges, smoothed everything out. Because remember here, you have the Two of Cups as well. So each row you had the Two of Cups. Challenges, going through and smoothing things out, starting this new thing, transforming, and having some beautiful energy down here. Other than this one card, which is saying, make for sure you make the right choices. And then up pops the Two of Cups again. So, maybe what this is saying is this is dependent, at least somewhat, on the choices you make here. So make wise choices so you don't have the devil energy. Okay? Wow! That's a lot of cards. But now take a look here. Freedom is yours. Doesn't it look like this is coming to pass? I mean, here, not so much. It looks like quite the challenge. Happiness. Yeah. It doesn't look like it started out that way. But you can see here the evolution of how it's turning out that way. And here, yeah, totally. Just one word of caution in this very last card that says, make for sure you pick the right choices because this is important. Okay? Hope you can see these teeny tiny cards. Two of Cups. This is an important part of this equation. All right? And here, between worlds, you know, try to be in the here and now. All right? You're between these. And another interpretation that I can see is between worlds. Here it's almost like one world. Here it's like another world. And here is a transition between the two. Yeah? Okay. Beautiful. Now let's get a charm. And I don't look. But so what it really looks like to me is yeah, the sewing machine. Okay, Sewing machines make things. They repair things, mend things, alter things. So to me, what this is saying is you're changing whatever's going on, altering it, mending it, making it into something beautiful. Okay? But what I was going to say is your overall energy, dropping the burdens. And it does look like here you are dropping all of the burdens. Not all of everything, just the burdens. And it's a big deal. And then present day, you're going through here, finalizing things, adjusting things, working through everything to make for sure you are on the path. And so you reach the end here and you are actually transforming into this new energy, which has many beautiful cards. Okay? Like the Ace of Cups, love, happiness, and joy, a new beginning. And here you have the Eight of Wands, really fast, positive moving energy. And here you have the Emperor, which is the same card that you have here, extremely strong. Okay? And then here is the Ace of Wands, follow your passion. And here you have two Kings and the Star. Okay? So, at any rate, you go from having all these challenges to this beautiful new beginning. So I think your sewing machine's been doing a lot of work. And you're coming out looking beautiful. So I do think these cards were really on target here, including your overall energy. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Much love. Bye.